Hey, good morning, guys. Sean here. Just wanted to touch base with you real quick, and I wanted to continue the conversation that we'd had the last time that we were together. And that now that you realize what you want and some of the steps that you need to take in order to get what you want, here's a couple of examples and a couple of suggestions that will get you progressing towards expanding your skills in order to reach your goal. So number one, the suggestion is get comfortable with being uncomfortable. A lot of times people want to be able to get to success by being comfortable. They want to be able to make the things happen, do things that they've never done before in a very confined location or confined space. And a lot of times with expanding your dream or expanding your vision or reaching for a new goal, you have to grow from where you're at. So in a lot of course, you know that growth is uncomfortable. That means you have to change. You've worked really hard to get where you're at. Now that you take that moment to just breathe and just relax, you now think, well, I'm good, but here's the next goal. I can continue to do what I'm doing to reach that next goal. And that's just not the case. What you were doing before got you to where you are, so now you have to grow from where you are to the next level. And that is being comfortable with being uncomfortable. So change and growth and expansion all takes a little bit of time. And like we talked about before with growing pains of a teenager, we all know how that can be. So work on your PMA, your positive mental attitude. So that is something that a lot of people don't really understand, the fact that they might not be as positive as they think that they are. They might speak positive things, they might share positive messages and stuff like that, but you also have to be monitoring the things that you're saying to yourself and being willing to correct yourself. What are you doing to instill a positive mental attitude in your head? Again, surrounding yourself with other people that have either success-minded or doing things that you've already done. Read positive books, success-minded books. Years and years ago when I was in business, they used to hound us all the time. Read 15 minutes a day, or at least a chapter a day, and you'll start to create that mindset of success. It's not something that's easy. It's not having a positive mental attitude and surrounding yourself with people that are success-minded or in having the success that you would want to have. It's not easy because we ultimately gravitate towards the negative. We gravitate towards the situation that comes easy, and that is finding the negative in a lot of things. It's so much easier. Listen to a group of people that you get around one time in the next week and listen to what's coming out of their mouth. Listen to the conversations, or it's like, the stock market's down, this and that and the other, or gas prices are down, this, that, and the other, or whatever it might be. A lot of people's conversations lean towards the negative, and that's not always a good thing. It's good to recognize. I'm not saying deny things that are going wrong in life. You recognize, you adapt, and you overcome. Some people recognize and they get stuck there. They stopped recognizing. They just stop at the step of recognition. Just because you recognize it doesn't mean you have to speak it into your life. So be able to move on, recognize, adapt, overcome. So read, change your mindset. Get with authors and writers and speakers and podcasts. Podcasts are so the thing right now, of individuals who are success-minded, who have not only the right verbiage and the right speech, but also the right actions. So actions is what's going to create the results. So one thing that I've also learned, and this is something that I'm working on personally as well, is making sure you have a coach and a mentor. Making sure you have a coach and a mentor because they have forgotten things that you have yet to learn. And if you're planning on being in any type of success in a business or any type of success in whatever field that you participate in, then you're going to need to learn those things that they have forgotten. That's why we seek the wisdom of those who walk before us. That is so very important because we don't know what we don't know. And that's not a hit towards us, but we have to be willing to learn what we don't know. We have to be willing to submit our ego to the fact that we don't know everything. And one time, this is several months ago, I was woken up by this thought of, Sean, stop trying to do it alone. And it startled me, and I thought, wow, I really need to take heed to that I can't do this alone. So I need a coach. I need a sponsor. I need somebody that's going to guide me in the steps that they have done to be successful and beyond, because they can say things about my business that I'm not privy to. But at the same time, it doesn't even have to be somebody in the business that I'm in. It doesn't have to be somebody that's in the business of insurance. It could be somebody that's just wealth-minded, success-driven. They can tell you not only business principles that you need to be mindful of, but also success principles that you need to be mindful of. So even the best coaches have coaches. So, and then the other thing is stay with it. Keep grinding. Use your setbacks as motivation. Because, as you grow, you're going through growing pains. You're submitting yourself to situations that you have yet to be familiar with. And you think that you know it all going into the fact, but the situation is you don't know. You don't know what you don't know. And that cannot be held against you unless you're not willing to accept the fact that you don't know what you don't know. And by accepting that fact allows you to be able to take the information that's being given to you and drive it back into your business, drive it back into the things that you're trying to accomplish. The last thing that I want to talk about today is be humble. Humility will open doors where cockiness will not. If you go after and seek knowledge and information to better yourself as a speaker, better yourself as a business owner or an entrepreneur or a philanthropist, if you go in with humility, seeking information from those who have gone before you, they will open up the doors to knowledge that will supersede your expectations. They will give you little nuggets and tidbits that will excel you farther than you would the individual that was just with you as well, that's looking to gain the same information. Show up early and stay late. Those are the things that are going to make things happen. Seek out time for those individuals. Ask. There's a great thing that comes with asking. Hey, I would love to get a few minutes of your time to ask you some questions that I can, use to excel myself in business. And people are willing to talk about themselves 6 ways to Sunday if you come with humility. So these are just some basic nuggets to talk about and think about, ponder. Talk about these things with your friends, family, individuals that you have yet to meet. As you come across people in business or other success-minded individuals in networking events or whatever that you might be doing to expand your business, talk about these things. These are great things for mastermind groups. That's one of the things that I'm going to be venturing into later on this year, is creating a masterminds group. One that's in person, but then also open to being able to meet with individuals that at a distance. So using the wonderful world of technology and being able to get on Zoom calls or even just a regular old conference call where you talk amongst people and you don't have to see them. It's kind of funny what COVID has done to us, but technology, we have to lean on it. So I want to take advantage of those. I want to glean personally on how to make myself a better a coach, a better mentor, so that the individuals that I coach and mentor in the future will be able to learn from them and learn from those skills and this skill set that I'm learning and that I'm picking up. So I want to be able to do that. So mastermind groups are going to be something I'll be working on towards the end of the year as well. So guys, on the next video, one of the things that I want to talk about is really digging into what that PMA looks like. How do you create that positive mental attitude? We talked about some books and positive podcasts, and we're going to get into some of the specifics that I use in my personal life to keep myself on track as well. So if you've listened to the end of this video, go ahead and hit like and definitely make a comment. Let me know how that's going, how this information is being received. If you don't like it, let me know that too. That way I know how to gauge what I'm doing and be able to create the best content that I can create for you. So again, I appreciate your time. You guys having a great day, and we'll talk to you in the next video. See ya.